Hi there. Today we're going to talk about the levels of organization. In other words, how everything all fits together, right?
Right.
Okay, so what do we start with?
Okay, well let's start with the biggest thing, which would be an organism. And when we say organism, we're talking about a plant or an animal or, as you probably think, humans. So these are two of the cutest organisms that I could find to represent our organism. So cute. Well, what actually makes up these cute little organisms, Mr. Kincaid?
Well, first of all, there's a lot of organ systems that work together. I mean, respiratory system, circulatory system, nervous system. In other words, a lot of things have to come together for there to be an organism. So we've got an organ system.
So inside all organisms are organ systems?
There are. So there's several organ systems. They work together to have a common job. In other words, and they all work together to keep you alive in some way. So they're all important.
Okay, so is that all? What builds up these organ systems?
Well, as the name implies, there are lots of different...
Wait.
What?
We forgot our picture.
Oh, we'll put the picture up. Okay. Hang on, we got to put the picture
Here's a picture of our organ system. What organ system is this showing?
Can you tell us?
Can you tell us?
Well, that's a heart, so that should be a clue. This is the circulatory system.
All right. So what makes up a circulatory system or any other system would be separate
organs. Okay, and organs, we'll tape that up there. And they are working, they're different organs that work together to perform a common job. That's the organ systems.
There's a bunch of organs that come together to make up this system down here. So what would be an example of an organ?
Okay, well, the heart is an organ.
The heart is an organ.
Your lung is an organ. There's a heart right there.
So here's a heart. So this would be an example of an organ.
And of course, the heart, we already said, is the organ in the circulatory system. So it's part of this system. And in fact, it's one of the main parts.
Okay, so what makes up an organ?
Okay, organs are made up of tissues. What are you doing?
Tissues.
No, not that kind of tissues. No. This kind of tissue. This kind of tissue.
Oh.
Like muscle tissue makes up the heart.
Well,
so
why didn't you say
those kind of tissues? Sorry, wrong kind of tissue.
Tissue.
All right. So tissues work together. So we've got different types of tissues working together. This is some muscle tissue, some other types of tissue. We got blood vessels and things like that.
So if we zoomed in on a tissue,
all right,
it would have. How would you explain this?
Well, notice if you look real closely at these tissues, they're made up of individual cells. So each tissue is a bunch of individual cells working together. This happens to be skin cells, and you can see they're kind of all in layers, and this would be the top of your skin right here.
So all those skin cells put together make up your tissue.
Would be the tissue, which would be your skin.
Correct.
Okay. So we're only got one, the basic unit.
Yeah, the building block
of all life is the cell. Cells working together are making up the tissue. So we're back to where we started with before. Cells working together on a common job.
Okay, so can we remind them what a cell looks like?
Okay, let's go through this one more time. Instead, we'll use models.
And we'll start at the smallest this time.
Okay, so we start with the cell. That is the basic unit, okay? And there's a cell theories that every living thing is made up of cells. And they all have some kind of a job. Sometimes there's animals or plants that just are one-celled animals, and that's where it stops. But in more complex animals like us or plants, then you go farther. In fact, the next thing would be if you had all the cells together, they would make a tissue. This is part of a heart tissue. This is part of lung tissue. So it's not the whole organ, it's just what makes up that.
So this is shown really big, remember, because it's a model. But cells are teeny, 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 tiny.
They are.
So 1,000 million little cells make up tissues.
Pretty much, except for very few special cells, impossible to see with the naked eye.
Right.
You'd have to have a microscope, as you should already know at this point. Okay, and you put the tissues together to form, in this case, a heart. Okay,
and
that's
a
our
heart
organ.
is an organ.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But the heart doesn't work alone. The heart can't work alone. It has to work with other organs of your body to help circulate your blood and pump it through your body to keep you alive. So, with the other organs it works with, the heart and the other organs make up an organ system.
True.
Now, there's not only one organ system in your body. There's more than one organ system.
Sure.
But we're showing you the circulatory system with the heart and all the organs that go along with it.
Okay, now, after this, we are going to be talking about the human body system, and we're going to be studying each one of these organ systems. So you'll get to know the circulatory system, the respiratory system, the nervous system, the integumentary system.
And all of those systems make up an organism.
Oh, nice.
An entire...
Like Bob here.
An entire little person.
Mm-hmm.
So handsome.
Okay, so if you have any questions, just look online. We'll see if we can post something every day. Ooh, that's gross. Until next time, say goodbye.
Say bye.
Bye.
Say bye. Say bye.